Hi guys, we are back for another yarn. Um, how have you all been over the last week? I am definitely coming to you with a podcast each and every week. It is definitely my aim. So this week has been absolutely chaotic, and that's to say the absolute least about my week. But at the same time, I wouldn't say it's chaotic as in absolute bedlam, mayhem, chaos, and just a shit show. It's actually been a week where, yes, it is absolutely crazy, but it's in the best way possible. I was actually able to go and see last night a homegrown band that is going from being a cover band to being walking their own path of fame and trying to build their name in rock history. Sky's Law is absolutely amazing. I know they're going to be the next best thing up and coming. And they're actually homegrown from our backyard. So here in the Hunter Valley, which is absolutely amazing. Those guys, when they play, they play. I will share with you guys some of the videos from last night. I do apologize. Yes, we did have some drinks. Yes, it was at the pub. But the best thing was I was able to take my kids there to experience what it is to see someone coming and working hard through life to build an absolutely awesome fan base. And these guys are phenomenal. So yeah, watch this space, watch these guys. It's absolutely huge. But I can also say with the utmost gratitude that I'm able to do these things. I'm able to have the lifestyle that I have and be fortunate enough to be able to be successful in this. And I have super glue stuck to my finger, so I'm fiddling with it. So please bear with me because I tried to fix the phone holder. Once again, you guys are propped up because I haven't got another phone holder to be able to record properly. So you are a little bit lower than I would like you guys to be. But look, we're all on the same level here. We're all chatting. We're all having a good yarn. But it's about to get even more chaotic. So yes, this is week 2 of school holidays here in Australia. My kids are having an absolute ball. My 2 boys are working. My daughter's had her friends. She's been at her friend's place. We're trying to organise for her to have some friends to come over. Meanwhile, me still juggling work. Hubby's still on the road. He's actually back at the moment, but he does leave to go back on the road Monday. So yeah, just the life, everyday life. It's great. And as of Wednesday, not Wednesday coming, but Wednesday week, I fly out to Cairns. Guys, let me know if you actually want to be in on that one. Now, I do apologize that that podcast for that week may be slightly delayed, but it's going to be worth it. I am heading up to Northern Nats. So we're getting everything ready. Well, I'm getting everything ready. I've got my tickets and everything for the flight. If you guys want to see little snippets and stories, and let me know. Give me some comments. Tell me what's going on. Tell me what you guys are happening. Like, I do want to come to you. I'm going to talk to her, but she's an absolute superstar. One of my really, really good friends, she is ex-military, and hopefully I get to have a yarn with her, with you guys, for that podcast, which I think that would be awesome to be able to do so. But we do have a lot going on. And then once I come back, we head back up to Queensland again. It seems to be spending a lot of time in Queensland at the moment, but I'm very grateful for it because I'm getting to travel and see Australia. It's beautiful because we do head back up for my husband to first get his very bad home job covered. I'm going to keep you guys and snippets and films and everything happening with that one by one of our gorgeous competitors, now becoming friend, that's going to fix that for us. As there was a bit of a dare put out with that. So if you guys were following us from Rocky Nats and has seen bits and pieces on the Mullet Fest side, my husband peer pressured a gentleman to go on for the tattoo competition. And my husband said if he gets up, my husband was going to get up. And that was the only way that we'd get this guy on stage. So my husband did. And I've been trying to pressure him for years to get up on stage and show this phenomenal piece of work out that looks like kids' artwork. It's great. But we finally did it, Rocky, and we put the challenge out there, and Miguel is an absolute legend. So Laura and Miguel have accepted the challenge, and they're going to fix the tattoo. So we'll head back up to Vegas. We'll be up there for the Royal Brisbane show. Most importantly, we are up there for I'm up there for Northern Nats, but myself and my husband will be going up for the Royal Brisbane show with Mullet Fest. So much yet to happen, so much coming up. One of the biggest things that, let's get a little fucking controversial. Warning, should have said this first at the beginning. This is adult to adult chat. We all know that this is a safe space, and I want to create that. But the gratitude I have starting just an entry point. But let's have a little bit of a serious yarn. No, we can't do serious, can we? Me? Serious? Never. But yeah, absolute gratitude for the lifestyle I have. But one thing that does come to mind, and I think it's something that we should touch on, is who's struggling to keep happy, satisfied, grateful, because I know I do. What do you guys do when you start struggling personally? And I think that's the biggest thing. Do you have someone to lean on? Do you have someone to talk to? Do you have support? Because I'm here. If you don't have that, reach out. I'm happy to have a fucking yarn. I'm happy to tell you if I think something's too toxic. I can help you be that filter. But I think one thing that is very taboo to subject to talk about is saying we're not okay. So even though I have the utmost gratitude and utmost thanks for what I do, and I can see people coming up and seeing up and coming stars happening, I am always grateful to have a support network that I have around me. So that's you guys. You guys supporting me and I'm supporting you. So don't ever feel like you can't reach out and have a chat with me. I'm a person. Catch me at Summer Nats. We can have a yarn. It's not a problem. I'll make time. I'll always make time. You'll catch me at Northern Nats in just under a week. Come have a yarn. Let's record a bit of content. Let's have a laugh. Catch me at the Royal Brisbane show. Let's have a yarn. Let's have a chat. I think this is going to be absolutely brilliant. I want this to be an absolute force to be reckoned with, that we support each other. Mayhem and chaos with me, Mel, is literally what it is. I want to support anyone that's feeling down, out, over it, had enough, need a subject to talk about. Comment on the stuff that's going on the page. I'm a person. I'm going to reply. I'm going to have a chat with you. If I can, I'm going to get you to come on and have a chat with me. Tell me your inspiring story. But the utmost gratitude that I do have is having the lifestyle I've got and be able to help you guys. You guys push me to keep doing better. But this is my first time going to Northern Nats. I still am in the prep stage. For those of you who don't know me, I do have ADHD. I do have dyslexia. I have struggles. I have mental health issues. I have anxiety. I have a very strong support network. I have a very supportive husband that just tells me it's okay if you want to, go and kick shit for an hour. Go fucking kick shit for an hour. He's always there when I call, or if he doesn't answer the first time, he rings me back almost immediately. And I think he's learnt just to pick up when I'm not okay. And I think you guys out there need to hear that. It's okay not to be okay. And I'm okay to be that person if you need to lean on me, because I lean on you. Let's be therapy for each other. And I think that's amazing. I have no qualms that we can be the biggest community out there. Let me know if you guys actually want to see a recording, drum roll, from the up and coming headquarters or HQ. If you guys want a recording from that area that I am building from HQ, tell me, because I'm happy to go and have a recording down there. I actually thought about doing it in this one, but I thought, no, let's build it up. I want to keep it suspenseful because I can. No, it's but moving on, like, absolutely awesome concert, and it just reminds me why I love live music, and I love to be a part of something that is so young, so new, and I love to build things from the ground up. I've built my personal training business. I know the struggles. I know it's hard. And I fall into those traps every day. Am I doing the right thing? Have I done enough? Is this okay? And that feeling of, oh no, people like me don't do that. People like me don't do this. And that's okay. Because you need to remember why you started the travels you started. And I know this seems to be a little bit off track from where I started. It was like, oh my God, huge, grateful weekend, to now feeling a little weird about the sensations and what I'm being able to do, what I can do. But I tell you guys, it's an absolute phenomenal feeling. Up and coming superstars that I can gladly say, yeah, they are up and coming superstars. And I got to see them at pub level, like people did with NXS. If I find out they're having a concert, I'm going. I'd actually try and get VIP tickets, to be honest, because these boys are so beautiful. They are so well natured. They're so humble. They're beautiful people to live up to, honestly. They are homegrown here in the Hunter Valley, as I said. And I think that made me very humble, and seeing how humble those guys are, to be even more grateful for the life that I have, for the family that I've got, for the people I get to meet and see. My goodness, the people I get to meet and see. So yeah, let's help each other. Let's get out there. Let's push. And right now, I don't think there's a better time than to support local than now. Controversial once again. Look, my opinion is my opinion at the end of the day. But with the way the Australian lifestyle is going, there's no better than supporting another Australian. Now, I know you are all probably thinking this is weird, but I was born here. I'm Australian. My parents were born here. My grandparents were born here. My great-grandparents did come, on my dad's side, from England. On the maternal side of things, for those of you who know, you know why it's that side, and I say the maternal and not the other reason. They are Indigenous, and that's as far as I know about that. But I also know there is English settlers there, but I don't know how far that bloodline goes, and I think that's where it's going to fall. On my dad's side of the family, I think there's some Indigenous there too, but there's no confirmation of that. Where maternal, I can tell you. My great-grandfather, yeah, he's blacker than the ace of spades. I don't know what happened to me and my skin, but I tell you what, my middle son, he has the skin. He's got everything. And we are proud Indigenous peoples. But we need to support other people doing it tough. Australian small businesses, people building from the ground up. It's hard. And for those that are coming from another world, from another country, it's going to be twice as hard as well. I'm not saying don't support them. I'm saying support them. But small Australian businesses, Let's go. Let's band together. Let's push and hard. I have a small Australian business. You guys know. And I'm ever so grateful to be able to say that I do have that. And I am building that, and I'm building it bigger and better and stronger. But for this podcast, for you guys, let's get more happening. I'd love to be able to go, hey, we're going to do a meet and greet. But in no way, shape, or form will I ever be one of these people that get celebrityship or popularity that I'm going to be like, no, I'm too good for those. I'm not that type of person. I can't just fob someone off just because of the sake of it. Look, if you do wrong by me, I do wrong by you. But you've got a chance to explain yourself once. I am Aries, so be careful with that. But look, I'm extremely happy to be able to be here and be talking with you guys. I do want people to start reaching out. Let's have a yarn. Let's have a chat. Because you know what? You can be that person that goes, you know what? I was actually part of the up and coming of this. I sat down with this chick. She's pretty cool. I do talk a lot of shit. I do jump from subject to subject. And that's the whole point. I'm not scripted. I don't want to be scripted. I want to talk about the first thing that comes to mind every time. Couldn't give a fucking shit what everyone else thinks. But I'm going to talk about the first thing that my mind flicks on about. And that's okay. We are pretty quiet in the house today, which is good. We did have a very long night out at the pub, celebrating a small band. But the biggest thing going out and doing something like that and seeing the headlines this morning was a very big reality check. Once again, subject hop. Not sorry, guys. I know you're going to follow along. I know you're going to get it. But talking and teaching my kids pub safety, club safety, what it is to, I got my kids going in the background, Mum, fuck off, stop it. But, you know, teaching these kids what it is to be out in public and be out there with friends, but be out there and be safe, guys. I did catch my daughter and my eldest son's girlfriend. They put their drinks down. I was watching them, but they weren't. They put their drinks down right next to them. They were right center stage all night. Didn't stop, were dancing all night. It was great. They enjoyed themselves. But the whole time I was keeping my eye on them and I was watching their drinks. But as I said to them, don't ever leave your drinks lying around at all, ever. Never, ever, ever put your drink down in a club. Someone can put something in it and make you extremely sick. And that's the sad nature of it. It can make you so sick, it's not funny. Someone can actually take advantage of you. They can take you home and you not end up where you know where you are or where you've been or what's going on. I did keep a very close eye on all of that. And thankfully, we knew a lot of people around that knew who and know my children. And we were there with a massive group of friends that were also doing the same thing. My daughter and my eldest son's girlfriend were able to go up and stand side stage with in the third set of the boys playing, which was absolutely phenomenal. And I don't think that she'll ever forget that. And she was able to bring home their play track. And I think she absolutely enjoys that. So she got to keep a little bit of memorabilia of these boys. And she had an absolute ball. But I'm teaching them safety. As I said, this morning we woke up to absolutely horrific news. Finding out that someone else got stabbed in Newcastle, which is 45 minutes to half hour away from where we are. But that's the sad reality of going out now. You're expecting to see these nearly every single day. There was an unfortunate accident that happened even closer to home, which was within minutes of our hometown, which happened prior to the event kicking off, which is highly, highly unfortunate. There was a road fatality. Um, it's very, very scary. And we are trying to teach our kids the safest way to move forward every single step of the way just to keep them safe. And if I can teach that to them now, when it comes to their turn to go out and be able to do that with their friends, then I'm going to do that. I don't want to be that mum that is going to wrap my kids up in bubble wrap and tell them, you'll be right. Here you go have fun, and not actually tell them how shit works. Because that's how fuck around and find out is going to end up in a fucking bad way. And there's no other way of putting it. It's definitely something that I remember doing with my dad. I remember going out to the pub with my dad while he had drinks and sat at the pokies. He showed me what it was to be in what it was, and I was very desensitized to wanting to go out drinking. I'd rather sit in the backyard. And me and my husband were actually having this conversation, this very similar conversation in the car on the way home, because we decided to go out for a little bit today, get out of the house, run amok a little bit. I know we got out last night, but it's not the same. But I tell you, energy levels, there's no recovery the same as if you were back as 18, 19-year-old. I tell you. We got home by midnight and I'm still wishing I was in bed now. You don't recover or bounce back the same. And I did only have a handful of drinks because I was a deso. So it's not like I were absolutely obliterated, but I did have a couple social drinks, enough that I was still able to drive legally. My husband, he enjoyed himself. There was 2 desos with our group, and then we met other people at the pub that were there as well that were supporting the band. But I think going out with my dad when I was really, really young and seeing what it was to go to the pub and what it was to sit around the bar and drink and talk shit with your mates, it was a social norm. I'm not going to lie, because I can guarantee you the minute I turn 18, yeah, man, we're going to the pub. Let's go and have a drink. Let's go and have a yarn. It's what we did. The pub we went to was definitely the local watering hole for us. One of 3 that we used to go to. And we used to hop around. Mean that we walked from one to the other. We walked from one to the other. And we ended up at the first one we started at, then we ended up at the first one we started at, or we ended up walking home. Either one. Tell you what, couldn't do it the way I used to. I used to do it in heels. I'm in joggers or flats. That's it. No high heels shoes for me. And my daughter learned that one the hard way last night because she decided to wear heels. And what it was like to wear heels out. And she told me her feet were snapping. No, it's my turn. She's trying so hard to get into this. It's not happening today. No, sister. uh, but yeah, I did become quite desensitized to it at a young age. So it just became a thing that I wasn't going out and getting drunk every night when I was younger. I mean, I did have my kids at a fairly young age, so I wasn't able to. I had to adult. But even prior to that, going out and just doing the social norm and hanging out with mates at the pub, drinking wasn't a big thing. When I was younger, my nan on my maternal side of the family, if she was having a glass, she'd allow us to have a sip, because it takes away that, oh, well, if they're doing it as an adult, I get to do it too. And then it creates this, I don't know, it's like this pressure or this thing that you have to live up to, and you, it's a rite of passage, and you've got to get drunk every night and you've got to write yourself off, and it's not that at all. So taking away that stigma to it, it actually helps better with peer pressure. Like, you can't get pressured into it as much. And I think that that's a really, really big thing. And, you know, I go out and I have fun. Yes, my kids get embarrassed. They get fucking embarrassed like shit. But once again, being embarrassing to them desensitizes them a little bit. And I'm not saying desensitize them to the point that, you know, every dickhead they look around, they're just going to go, oh my God, not just another one. But they get to have a laugh. They get to have a joke. They get to have some fun. And, you know, they get to feel what it is to be embarrassed when someone around them's acting like a dick. So they can turn around and tell their friends, pull your head in or fuck off. It's as simple as that. If they don't want to be around the shit, they know where to stand and how to tell someone to fuck off. And I think that's the biggest thing for me that I can do as a parent to help my kids feel safe and be safe when it comes to them to coming to adults. My eldest turns 18 he turns 18 next year. And that's an intimidating thing to think about, because I'm not ready for that. I know he's not, but I'm not either. And it's going to be a huge shell shock. And my middle son in 2 years is going to be the same age. I have a little bit more for my daughter, but I'm more concerned about my daughter than my boys. I know my boys can hold their own. I'm a girl boy mum. I try to be a little harsh, but realistically, I'm just one of those mums that if I can say whatever, I'm going to say whatever. My kids aren't spoiled, but they do get things that they don't normally, some people don't actually get. My kids are quite lucky with the lifestyle they have. And I'm ever so grateful to be able to give them that lifestyle. And I can continue to do that for as long as I can. Today, guys, this is just to say thank you. I'm prepping for Nats, Northern Nats. I have the gratitude to say that I was able to see the most beautiful and awesome band ever, and will happily support them for the entirety of their career. I am even actually going to see if I can grab maybe all of them, maybe one of them. We might be able to get them on to come and have a yarn with us. That would be awesome. I'd love to have a yarn with a band. Let's ask them. You guys want me to see if we can get those guys on for a yarn? Drop us a comment. Tell us what you want me to say. I know you can comment on any of these, but even more so, jump onto social media. Send me a message. Send me your questions. I can actually bring you two sides of this, because I do have another absolutely awesome band that we can grab too. Another homegrown band. I'd like to start getting those types of those people on, because we can ask them these questions. We can ask them, where did they start? How did they start? Why did they start? Let's see if we can get some of those guys to come and have a yarn with us. Guys, I'm going to leave it there. I need to go and have a nap. I know it's granny. I know. I am recording this through the day, guys. I know it's scheduled for 6 o'clock. I'm probably not going to get a nap. Let's be real. By the time 6 o'clock comes, I don't know, guys. We'll see how we go. Anyway, I want to try and get some people on to have an interview with. Drop me a comment if you want to come on and have a yarn with me. I'd love to have a yarn with you. I'm going to see what I can do in regards to seeing if I can get some of these guys to come have a yarn with us. These bands, singers. I think that's going to be some fun. Let a hair down, have a yarn, have a beer. Let's see what we can do. Until next time, guys, I'm going to wish you an absolutely awesome week. And yeah, I can't wait till we have a yarn with those guys. I'll see you later.